Welcome back. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button. What up, YouTube? Back with another video. Back. Shout out to my new subscribers. Really appreciate y'all. I really do. But today I was listening to Nipsey's record. He got a lot. I love Picture Me Rolling. I love that. And I was listening to Double Up, love that. Grinding All My Life, I love that. The one with YG. And I was just listening to his album and Racks in the Middle. That was my shit. And so I just wanted to, that man was a genius. That man, he would have been at, at a much, if he was still alive. But Black Sam, his brother, is keeping his legacy alive. Man. But as we remember Nipsey Hussle, it means celebrating the legacy of the rapper, the entrepreneur, and activist known for his community focus, uplifting messages, and dedication to black empowerment. That's what he stood for. Community investment. He famously bought the plaza where he sold mixtapes to create marathon clothing, reinvesting in his neighborhood. He gave people jobs, he gave them hope. He championed financial literacy and black ownership, inspiring many to build their own empires, echoing his own journey from mixtapes to mainstream success. Oh, shit. He gave a blueprint on how to get it done, hard work and dedication. He did that. He was an inspiration. His message, the marathon continues. Man, just think of where he would be today. Think where Tupac would be today, where Biggie would be, where they would be today. And his legacy is greatly missed. And so he was tragically shot and killed on March 31st, 2019, age 33, which is a murder by numbers, sacrifice. You know what? Let's get into that. Yeah. Damn. Thank you. Hold on. I'm going to play that one first. Here we go. Oh, damn. That ain't it. Come
Hi, guys.
on. No, 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 no. Hold on, y'all. Because this wasn't a part of what I was. Oh, you know what? It might be. Let me look. Let me look, y'all. Oh, you know what? And let me change my title. You know what? Let me change my title. And what was his name? Because I want to talk about him. Dang, I wish, um, Money Locals here. Hey, I wish Money Locals here. Okay. All right, now let me find this. Because I thought I had that. I can't believe. Damn. I'm sorry, y'all, because I got to do this. Here we go. Here it is. We're going to play this one. This is my girl, Fame versus Sacrifice.
I said somebody look at your neighbor and say she finna brink it tonight. And if you ain't got a neighbor, look at yourself and say she finna brink it to fuck a night. Or we gonna jump right into it, cause that's how we do it over here.
Let me get right into it.
And he was also known for his mixtapes. His music was so fucking good that the rapper Jay-Z, he ended up buying 100 copies of his mixtapes. And he bought them for $100. Y'all do the math. Now, in case you're not aware of what took place, let me just give a brief breakdown of the story. Is that all right? Nipsey Hussle and two other people was standing by a store that he owned. The store was called Marathon, the Marathon clothing store. And all of a sudden, guns start busting out of no motherfucker where. And later on, we learned that Nipsey Hussle, he ended up dying. And the two other people that was standing with him are in stable condition. Y'all ready to go deeper down this rabbit hole tonight? I said, are you ready to go deeper down this rabbit hole to fuck a night? Y'all already know what time it is. And if you don't, y'all gonna know what time it is today. Some folks done asked me. They said, so madam, was this another sacrifice? Or was this something that just happened? Well, I'm gonna share some things with you. And we gonna see if it's another blood sacrifice. I ain't gonna tarry too long. Now I want you to ask yourself these questions. Who would want to kill Nipsey Hussle? And why would they want to kill Nipsey Hussle? I done told y'all before, this game is set up like a chess game. And my niggas, y'all better know how to play chess. Cause they setting motherfuckers up left and fucker right. Now we keep hearing that Nipsey Hussle was shot in front of a store that he owned. Keep that in your mind. He was shot by a store that he owned. Yes, he owned the store, but he also had partners. And some of those partners was part of setting him the fucker up. His brother was also his partner. But I want y'all to know this. He was not part of this setup. His brother is innocent in this story. Who the fucker is them other business partners? That's the question. Somebody say, well, why would some of these business partners want to take him out the game? Because if you take out the head boss bitch, then the next one in line is the one who is going to become the fucking leader.
Facts.
Catch that on fleek. And I want to say this. Nipsey Hussle's brother, his brother.
Yep.
He really got to watch himself.
Yep, Nipsey.
Because the wolves, the motherfucking wolves is out to fucking play. Some of the
we just doing a remembering him.
They know what happened. And they know what had to happen. They know why the shit had to happen. Now I want y'all to think about another reason why they would want to sacrifice Nipsey Hussle. That's right. Because he was going to bring out the fucking truth in that Dr. Sebi documentary. Yes, that's facts right there. Some folks may not know this. Although Nipsey did not meet Dr. Sebi, Nipsey Hussle was able to meet Dr. Sebi's wife. And Nipsey Hussle was also using some of those products that Dr. Sebi was selling. And powder face fucker said, oh hell no, his ass had got to go. They said Nipsey Hussle got to get the fucker up out of here. They said we can't have all these motherfuckers niggas going to get cured. We can't have all these niggas knowing the truth on what the fuck happened. Different family members knowing what happened. Telling Nipsey what happened. And he gonna bring it to the forefront? We can't have it. The powers that be. They got with some of Nipsey Hussle's business partners. They gave them a deal that they couldn't resist. And the setup was motherfucking on. Why? Because that's how the game go, y'all. That's how it go. Put two and two together. I ain't gotta stay on this subject too long. Y'all already know what happened. The numbers do not lie. Let's check it out. Let's check out these numbers. What age did Nipsey Hussle die? He died at 33 years of age.
That's the Illuminati
3 plus
number.
3 equal what? 6.
Yeah.
What day did he die? March 31st, 2019. 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 9 equal what? 19. 1 times 9 equal what? 9. Flip the 9 and you get the what? The 6. Somebody say, well, where the 3 is? What is that 3? I don't see the 3. Look at the date again. March 31st, 2019. March 31st. 3 times 1 equal what? 3. And once again, we see the 3 and the motherfucking 6 come up. This was clearly a blood sacrifice. Soon as he about to reveal the motherfucking truth about some shit, soon as he get on his motherfucking come up, they want to take him the fucker out. He told a whole lot of truth. He exposed a whole lot of things. So that's the big reason why they would want to take him out. Put it together. I don't give a fuck what you say. Another blood sacrifice. And no, Lauren London did not have anything to do with this. I'm gonna give it to you real from the motherfucker hip.
That's my girl. I love her channel. That's Fame versus Sacrifice. She be on it. But anyway, like I was saying earlier, I was listening to his music. I was listening to Double Up, my favorite, Picture Me Rolling. I was listening to Racks in the Middle. And so I decided just to do a video remembering him. And so that's what I'm gonna do for entertainment. Man, just think where he would have been. Mm, mm, mm. They always take out the greats.
And he must want to pass away immediately. Now, see.
Now, this is Captain Rip Rock. I love him.
Him into a car and put tips on him, beat him real bad, gave him a couple of black eyes, which he deserved when you're going around disrespecting people's hood and also disrespecting the dead. This guy goes by the name of GBO Gaston or Gatson, whatever his name is. Very disrespectful. That clout that went to his head. Everybody want that clout. Everybody is, they reaching for the clout, chasing it. He gonna definitely get the clout that his ass looking for. On this video right here, Rap News and Street Politics does a great job at breaking these videos down. He always break them down perfectly, man. So
He
you don't
do.
get no better than this. Let's go over here to Rap News and Street Politics and get straight to the content. Let's go.
BPC pretend Crips, but now I'm not a pretend Crip.
6OK, you know, bien. You talking about? No, me, I caught him locking. Real GBO blood.
See all that hater at Crip, Nick?
He start the video off with disrespect in the 60s. Off top start. This is his get out. This is what he do. He's looking for an early grave. Don't listen, man. Any youngsters that's following me, do not follow this. You will not last, especially disrespecting Nipsey Hussle. Come on.
Like a matter of fact, boy.
RP Nip, no. And smoking on Nip right now.
Apologize again if I spit on you.
I'm sorry for this and all of that.
Say Nipsey, bro.
I'm sorry for this and Nipsey.
Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, they didn't got him. They didn't caught him. Y'all see how the energy goes? Y'all see how this go? Y'all see how when a person got his camera, got his phone up, he videotaping himself, they very disrespectful. But man, when you catch these motherfuckers, look at the reaction there. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. Hit his ass with one of them. Yeah. No, don't do that. Y'all ass gonna be in jail. Y'all ain't even one of them. But it's crazy. Now he's apologizing. This is the people that you see on the internet.
I'm sorry for this Nipsey Hussle. I'm sorry about that. Chopper with the spotlight out, and we were just running through bushes. But Gaston, he's the one that took everything. That's the only thing between me and you. That's what I'm saying. Is tatted up and actually from a hood, and they're snitching. I'm not from nowhere.
Rap News Street Politics,
Let's
the
go.
best hood channel on YouTube, and we back in LA about to touch on somebody that's still playing with their life in these streets. We got Gaston McWeeny, aka GBO Gaston. Now for everybody that's not
Hold on. Can we go back a little bit? Right about here. Let's go back to about here.
playing with their life in these streets, we got Gaston McWeeny, aka
There we go. That's the black eye that he got for disrespecting Nipsey. I guess
As he should.
They still fired him up. Yeah. This is what happened, man. He lucky he didn't catch a slug to the mug.
GBO Gaston. Now for everybody that's not familiar with Gaston, this is a dude that has started his own gang coming out of Lakewood. Lakewood is just east of Northside Long Beach and really is going to be known solely for the Lakewood Mall. There's really nothing else that's coming out of Lakewood. It's a really nice area, definitely not known for its gangbang. The closest hoods that's going to be surrounding Lakewood is going to be hoods at Northside Long Beach, Hawaiian Gardens, Artesia, on the borderline of East Lakewood, and Bellflower. But Lakewood as a whole, 95% of it is really going to be upper middle class families reside in this section, not with the gang activity.
That's my park right there in Lakewood, man. I done got cracking. I done took some hood rats up in that park and got it cracking. That's why I used to go up there and do my workout and jog in that park. I didn't know they had gangs in Lakewood, man. Lakewood is where we used to go back in the 90s and get our Christmas shopping at the mall and all that. I didn't even know Lakewood had gangs out there. That's crazy.
But this is where we get a special situation where GBO Gaston has formulated his own hood over here called Get Back Official off Hater Avenue between Delamo and Candlewood. Now, over the years, we've seen a lot of people really do a lot of popping it on the internet, trying to get famous off the clout, and kind of just going to the extreme to make their presence felt on the internet. 9 times out of 10, those are always the people that end up getting smoked or going to prison over the games that they playing in the streets. And he really just next in line to take part in one of them situations. You know, over the years, we've seen a lot from this dude. We've seen him implicating himself in the homicide. We've seen him take credit for a shooting that happened on Instagram Live. We also seen him claim to be the one that actually shot Nipsey Hussle when he was killed.
I'm not playing about none of that shit, nigga. I seen him in front of all money in store, nigga. Sitting with his daughter, nigga. I shot him, nigga. I was like, hey, where you from?
Oh, man, this dude crazy.
Shot him, nigga. I was like, hey, where you from?
This is sad.
Hold up, man. You know what? This is top tier clout. All the rest of the clout chasers, they don't got nothing on this dude right here. This dude right here, he going for the
That is
he trying to get a
awful.
headstone ASAP. He looking for a headstone ASAP.
Facts.
I think I remember this when this happened. I think I did see this dude
I did
on the
too.
internet, acting like he was the one that shot him. Young dudes is crazy. Now, this is crazy. This is a real YN right here.
I'm 60. I said, all right, nigga, GBO shot him, nigga. Got loose, nigga. I'm on the E-way right now doing the dash, nigga. I got away from the car seat, nigga.
Bro, so you telling me that everybody else on this motherfucking line that you shot Nipsey Hussle?
I shot Nipsey Hussle. Gaston McWeeny.
And when I say he's a real YN, he's a real crazy. I ain't gonna even say that, but did y'all just hear what the dude up top just said? He said, "So you telling me that you the one shot Nipsey Hussle?" Y'all better be. I don't know these young dudes. I don't want no smoke at all. I'm just being funny with y'all, man. Do not do nothing to me when you see me. I don't want no smoke. But he sound like one of them dudes when you got a phone call and they say, "So you telling me you the one?" Hang up real quick.
McWeeny, I shot Nipsey Hussle. Come get me, nigga. I shot him.
We seen him in the interrogation room playing with them people over Mariah Carey's house being fly. And we've also seen him dissing a lot of dead homies from a lot of reputable sets in the city. And everything at this point is kind of bubbled up to where it's more probable than it not that this dude life gonna be taken real soon. And we gonna speak on all the events that he's become infamous for throughout the city, as well as touch on his home life with his family. And show y'all how this dude not even...
Oh, look at the poor child, poor kid. Man, look at these kids, man. You could tell his father was nowhere in his life. Look at his little brother or cousin, whoever that is, with the face blurred out. Come on, fathers, I gotta get him kid's life, man. He just wants some attention. He gonna get the attention that he's looking for, but he just wants some attention. Look, he's a well-dressed kid, come from Lakewood, got his hair cut. He clean, you know, mama take good care of him. Come on, man. Yeah, you need to go get back into the Lord. Go get in church, man. Go back to where your mama used to take you when you was a kid. Start over, man. Start over. Go on and move out of California and start over.
Even like that. So let's rewind the clock back to about 2020, 2021, when he first hit the scene. We know his main primary beef started with somebody named Eric Vincent Osmond, aka Blacc Boy, who's allegedly from Mount Piru in Compton. Now, both of them dudes, young kids at the time, just going back and forth. But after a few events took place between them two, which we gonna speak on, Gaston seemingly puts his feet deep in the street shit when he decides to actually start dissing hoods out here. So we first seen this dude in 2021 pulling up in Eastside Black Bandit Crip Hood on the east side of Long Beach.
You see me walking, right? Look, who am I? I can't walk because your bitch ass boy got shot. Nigga, fuck shot us all his day on me. Look, cars put, I'm not even scared. Look around. You see any bagels?
I don't think this dude is crazy. I don't think he's crazy. I think, let me take all that back, man. A lot of these people have mental issues, man, and they need help. I think he's mentally disturbed. That's what I think. I don't think he needs some counseling. Yeah, he needs some mental counseling. He needs to go see a counselor ASAP.
I'm about to walk with
Let me move to what he did to Nip. Oh, it's almost over.
Now, I think the other boy from Mount Piru, the one that they said, I don't think he's from the Mount. He might be, I don't know. But I think it was reports of him getting smoked for doing the same thing, same thing that he doing. I'm not for sure yet. Let's see. Let's go back and see what they talking about.
At the courthouse in 2021. But like I said, in 2021, he was just getting his feet wet. 2022 is when he decided to turn this shit up a notch and go to Nipsey Hussle grave and his mural and spit at his grave site and throw some piss on his picture in his hood.
My blower out right here. Nigga, I'm finna spit on her grave, nigga. Sisters on they dead homies, nigga. Nigga, you see the time and all that? 7:40, nigga, on a...
What y'all think in the comment section, man? Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. What do y'all think gonna happen to this dude, man? Y'all, matter of fact, y'all do me a favor in the comment section. Put the prayer hands in the comment section. Pray for the young dude. He's still a young cat. I don't think he know what he's doing, but y'all just put them prayer hands in the comment section. Let's get them going, man. He need prayer ASAP, man. Trust me. Y'all put, if he's not already deceased or in jail.
On a dead homie, nigga. You see the piss? Finna throw piss on a dead homie's color. Look. Piss on nigga.
Now, it's common sense that this will have the whole city in an uproar. And there was really no good reason for him to do any of that. He's not from LA. Dudes he hanging around with was not beefing with the 60s. But he feels like this was a good idea to get his name out there. And we gonna speak about his true motives as well. Now, after that, it seemed like he just want to start beefing with all the neighborhood Crips. Because shortly after this situation, we catch him beefing with C-Mac from Rollin' 50s. Where not only did he diss C-Mac in front of Tucci from Blacc.
Free C-Mac, man. That's one of the guys who I started with. I was already doing content, but that's the one who I started with when we started going to the next level. He just happened to go up a little bit more. Not a little bit more, he went all the way up because he had a different personality. But man, shout out Crip Mac, free Crip Mac, man. That's one of the guys who, I ain't gonna take nothing from him, who really got it cracking for me on this internet. Once me and him linked up, it just went to another level. But free him, man, free Crip Mac.
And in front of Bonelli from 6-0, he also proceeded to disrespect all of the Rollin' 50 dead homies and say he was smoking on Nipsey.
Weird ass nigga on the dead homies. Niggas know. Niggas always wanna pop it, nigga. Niggas know on the dead homies, nigga. I got a 55th right now with my blower, nigga. I got 55 shots, nigga, on the dead homies, nigga. I got 55 shots in the clip, nigga. On crib, nigga. Niggas know. Nigga, I'm sliding right now. I'm gang sliding, nigga. Tell me, bro. Nigga.
So playing on them games, especially with those specific people on live, automatically is putting this dude in a bad position on the west side. With this in the 50s and the 60s, in front of some dudes from Hunnids, who also rock with the neighborhoods, is putting a big target on your back. But around the same time, he still was pressing the gas. He decides to take it to Watts, where he starts beefing with D3 from Bounty Hunters. Now, not only did he pull up in the Nickersons, diss the Bounty Hunters and they dead homies, and diss D3 as well as drop D3 location to his crib or whatever, he pulls out a shirt of one of D3 deceased homies, lights it on fire, and spits on it, continuing his dissing of the dead.
That's key, man. So, okay, I gotta blow a nigga down. Nigga, D3 on his dead on me. Nigga, you see a dead on me burning right here. Look at the face, get the face. Show the face, show it.
Yeah, he looking. Yeah, I can't either because he looking for death. Yeah, I'm done with that one. He shouldn't have did that shit. This is 834 Productions.
My brother, Black Sam, he's a monster. You know, I don't know nobody like him. You know what I mean? He's a cold grinder. You know what I'm saying? So to have him on the team, that's like a cheat code. You know, he work 7 days a week. He the one run the shop. He the one do all the payroll for all the employees, do all the keep the inventory stocked, as well as wrote video treatments and, you know, be on set, editing videos. He wear 15 hats. He do what it needs. He do everything that need to be done. Put money in when it's time to pay people, and you know he wear all hats. You know what I mean? And he ain't never been a yes man. Me and him, we almost fight every time I make an album. And in real life, we almost go to blows. We might wrestle and choke each other because I don't know we want to hear that shit, but it's always honest. You know what I'm saying?
Black Sam was already deep in the streets, especially in the business, flipping clothes, CDs, DVDs, and running a storefront, and learning how to navigate from hood to hood in the city politics.
Black Sam was definitely hustling, doing his thing. We all seen him doing it young, but a lot of niggas that had too much pride to do what Black Sam did. Black Sam didn't give a fuck. He's a true hustler. All that shit really come from Black Sam. Then he ended up going to jail for doing the counterfeit CD shit. And that's when Nip really joined the hood. When Black Sam was gone, he had nobody there. And his peoples put him out. Mom's had a husband that she with. Put bro out. That's when you gotta think about survival, that's when all your rules go out the door. You get what I'm saying? A lot of niggas did, they would never did.
He was also the one that kept Nipsey grounded, pushing him to stay focused when distractions came from all
Hey,
sides.
Megan.
When you watch
How
Nipsey's
are you?
growth, you can see it. The maturity, the business structure, the long-term thinking, that was Black Sam's influence. But it wasn't all clean business. Black Sam rolled
Yeah, Megan, you the only one here. Yep, they've been coming in and out.
That was in the state prison. And it wasn't for drugs or weapons. It was copyright infringement. By 2007, Black Sam was already known in the streets, respected, quiet, and focused on business. But in October of 2007,
we remembering Nipsey Hussle. I was listening to his music earlier today.
In charge with multiple felonies, including a PC 653WA. That's felon to disclose the origin of recording, a felony. Counterfeit of a registered mark at the time when bootleg DVDs, mixtapes, and fake merchandise were a common hustle in the city. Law enforcement and the RIAA were cracking down hard.
Come get their little weed and whatnot. It was CDs, DVDs, bootlegs, whatnot, a tree, a couple other things people would tap in for.
No, not for long, but just
our area that we control.
Earlier today, I was listening to his music, and so I just was reminiscing on Nipsey.
To disclose the origin of a recording, and the other charges were dismissed. On October 24th, 2007, just 2 weeks after the offense date, Sam stood in front of the judge and accepted the deal. The court denied probation, and Sam was sentenced to 3 years in state prison. Credit time served just 10 days. Conduct credit 4 days, and that was no small charge. The charges may not sound like a lot on the surface, but in the streets and in the eyes of the system, moving bootleg products at the scale was treated like organized crime. takes this case in
Yeah, it's been
powerful
people
words,
coming
Blacc
in
Sam
and
didn't
out.
fold. He didn't take the stand. He didn't point fingers. He took the time. And all of this was happening while Nipsey was on his come up. The All Money In brand was still forming. And behind it, Blacc Sam was now convicted felon, but also sharpening his mind and his mission inside. It was in prison that Sam saw the bigger picture.
Yeah, they love.
Longevity,
Some people, I love
and when
Nipsey,
he
so.
came home, that mindset would change everything.
Blacc Sam, what's up? This is my brother from the pen caller. I'm in the meeting at Evan. What's up, big homie? How you doing? Everything good. Love you, bro. Hold on. This is Blacc Sam, man. Say something, bro.
Oh, man, what's happening? Nothing much to say, man. Nigga trying to make this shit right. I know my brother out there doing his thing. Yo, what's up to everybody and shit?
While Blacc Sam was serving time, his younger brother Nipsey was transforming into a force of hip-hop. Mixtapes like Slauson Boy 1, Bullets Ain't Got No Name, and the Marathon started spreading across South Central. His buzz became undeniable, and in 2009, Nipsey signed with Epic Records. In 2010, he was named XXL's freshman class. But even with the labels knocking and interviews stacking, he never lost his focus. He stayed with All Money In. Because Sam taught him that. He did that time, and he never complained. That made me go even harder, said Nipsey. By the time Sam came home, Nip had built something real, and now they were ready to build it together.
Blacc Sam in that new thing, 017, feel me? Big body, backseat recline, TVs and all that. Yeah. So y'all that backseat, man, that new look. Hey, Blacc 60, hit that lock.
Oh, I like that interior.
That's brand new. That's peanut butter. That's 017. Yeah. The executive back seat. You see the digital dash and all that? Yeah. Blacc seat.
Was unalived in front of his store, the Marathon store. The same location him and his brother built.
All right. We're going to have to let that one go.
See, you can fool the world, but you can't fool, not me. I'm trying to say, did you
Here go loose cannon on Nipsey.
to Nipsey and about Nipsey, talking behind his back? And he got tired of it and he confronted you. See, Nipsey broke your jaw. Had it wired. Blacked your eyes. Dead on.
Me and Nip, good. If I said that, nah, me and Nip.
Because people was coming in and out.
His dad was right there. His dad know my love for Nipsey. He know my love for Nipsey. And they know that I'll never be. But it basically was like, you rocking with him? Like, you rocking with him? I'm rocking with my brother.
Aside from being labeled a snitch in the ongoing Operation Drawdown case, Brick Baby's name has always found its way into some kind of drama. But there was one time he really took things up a notch, trying to go toe-to-toe with Nipsey and his brother Blacc Sam. Let's just say, it didn't exactly go in his favor.
You ran into Blacc Sam and a bunch of people around him.
Yeah.
And they approached you.
Okay, Megan.
You approached them.
Yeah. It was a little quick little, me and Sam had a disagreement.
See, folks already know Nipsey and Blacc Sam aren't the type to walk away from a face-off. Nipsey especially had a rep for standing 10 toes down when it came to disrespect, and Blacc Sam just as solid. There was even a time he went head up with Big U himself, but maybe Brick Baby didn't get the memo.
Even if Eric Holder was a snitch, and I don't know if that's what the conversation with, but why even talk about that with this peon? He's a peon. He coming over there to take a picture with you.
Let's get into it. Nobody really talked about, or even knew, that Brick Baby and Nipsey had gotten into a fight until Brick let it slip during an old episode of No Jumper sometime back. But yeah, turns out it actually happened. And it wasn't recent either. It went down in 2014.
We was arguing for 2 hours and we just like,
Hey, Money Low.
where you at? Finna pull up. We just get it out the way.
I was listening to Nipsey's music earlier today, so it just made me want to do like a remembering Nipsey. And did you know Sandman Negus? Did you know him? And I was listening to Racks in the Middle, Double Up, Grinding all my life. But my favorite by him is Picture Me Rolling. I love that. Oh, for real, you want to come up? Because we can end this talking about it. You want me to drop the link? Because I just found out about Sandman.
We was but both of us was but our ego. We paused with the word, but our egos was in the way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You from Nipsey in what year?
This was 2014.
Okay.
2014.
The whole thing came up while people were deep in conversation about the wild conspiracy theories surrounding Nipsey's death in 2019. As you'd expect, a bunch of names were thrown around. Big U, Eric Holder, and a few others made it into the mix. Now, during that interview, Brick Baby mentioned that a lot of folks were saying Nipsey had gotten into a fight with someone just a week before he passed, and some even believed that the fight might have played a role in what eventually happened to him. But Brick wasn't buying into that theory.
He said he's 5'5" and scrawny, and Nip beat him up and all of this.
According to him, he didn't think Nipsey had any real beef with anyone that close to his passing. And weirdly enough, he added that the only person who kind of fit the description being tossed around, aside from the whole week before detail, was actually him.
The only short guy named Shitty that ever fought Nipsey was me. And it definitely wasn't a week prior I was in jail.
It sounded off. Like, really off. And he didn't just leave it there. In another No Jumper episode, he doubled down and flat out said he had squabbled with Nipsey.
Me and Nip, if I said that, nah, me and Nip, we had a fight with that. That wasn't shit. Like, we just showed up to fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we got in the ring. We wasn't just running our mouth.
Thing is, he didn't admit to losing the fight. He painted it like it was just a little scuffle. But word spreads fast. And even though not many people knew about it back then, it didn't take long before folks started calling him out. One of the loudest voices, Loose Cannon. Yeah, kinda ironic now considering they're reportedly real close in the same cell block these days.
Loose Cannon, he was arrested in, I think he was in Las Vegas, and he just got extradited back to Los Angeles, and he's locked up.
They say Loose Cannon ain't no shit about the 60s. He wasn't from the hood. He was never a 60. So I'm going to end that right there. I don't want to hear no more. I'm going to do this one on Sandman. Now this Sandman. This is...
Look at the studio, you know what I'm saying? Penthouse Studios with my boy Young Trey, you know what I'm saying? West Coast hitters, you know what I'm saying? Back home, same place, I'm from, got the same ethnicity.
Nipsey Hussle left behind a legacy that's gonna live on forever. But have you ever heard about the insane story of the Nipsey before the actual Nipsey? Someone who went by the name Sandman Negus?
I started doing my music on my own, you feel me? So I started doing shows and doing my own music and putting it.
Was Sandman a 60? Money Low, was Sandman a 60?
Sandman Negus, born Seder Fessa High to Eritrean parents in the 80s, moved to the U.S. as a kid. He got caught up in the streets, but rapped for fun on the side. His style started turning heads until the same streets that raised him turned against him. But even though his time was short, fans can't help but compare him to Nipsey. So what's the connection between Seder and Nipsey, you ask? Well, for starters, both had Eritrean roots.
This is
and they
Black
embraced that
excellence.
heritage in their own powerful ways.
Definition riders, never lead killer. Lesson but time breed, no busters. Cali teasy, frequent flyer, I be flying, getting money by the rest.
And that's not all. They were also linked to the rolling 60s neighborhood, Crips in South LA.
Oh, he was.
Hustle to make it in hip-hop.
Oh, for real, Money Low? Okay.
The person who died was Nipsey Hussle, the 33-year-old Grammy-nominated rapper. And fans and friends out here are very distraught.
So how deep does this story go? Let's dive right in. Nipsey Hussle and Sandman Negus share more than just a connection to the streets. cultural roots, and even some history together.
Back home, same place I'm from, that's the same ethnicity. Oh yeah, tell me about that. Yeah, you know, we descend from East Africa. That's where our family come from. Our folks come from.
One of the biggest things they had in common was their Eritrean heritage. Before the world knew him as Nipsey Hussle, he was just Aramis Askedom, a kid from a struggling immigrant family. His mother, Angelica Smith, was African American, and his father, Dawit Askedom, was an Eritrean refugee who escaped the Eritrean War of Independence. Nipsey grew up in South Central LA with his brother Blacc Sam and his sister Samantha. At one point, he took a life-changing trip to Eritrea with his dad and brother. Spending a few months in his father's homeland opened his eyes. He saw an entire country of people who looked like him, living and thriving on their own terms. That experience gave him a new sense of purpose. Sandman's journey wasn't too different. Born Sadar Fesahaye on January 12, 1986, in Bulgaria to Eritrean parents, his family was constantly on the move because of the Ethiopia-Eritrea war. Without a stable government, they couldn't even get his birth certificate. Shortly after, they moved to Sudan. By 1993, when Sandman was 7, his family made a huge decision. They left everything behind and moved to the U.S. for a better future.
I've been living here since '94, and I already had, I came from out there, I came from Sudan. So I flew from Sudan and landed here in '93 as a refugee.
They landed in Los Angeles, and Sandman started second grade at Hyde Park Elementary. He grew up right in the heart of rolling 60s territory on 10th Avenue.
Oh, wow, I didn't
The
know
streets would
that.
shape his life in ways he never expected.
Landed here on 10th Avenue. Ever since then, I've been right here. I went to Hyde Park Elementary, down the street.
But that isn't even their only similarities. Nipsey and Sandman both grew up around the gang life, and it shaped who they became. By the time Nipsey was 14, things at home were tough, so tough that he left because his family couldn't even afford new clothes for school. With no real way to make money, the streets became his only option. That's how he ended up getting involved with the rolling 60s.
Like a combination of, you know what I'm saying, just being out of age. I left my house kind of early. When I was probably like 14. And out of frustration from not having outlets and having studio access, you know, the culture of my area is the gang culture, you know what I'm saying? So by being outside, being involved with hustling, being in the hood.
In an interview, he once explained what drew him in. I adapted to the culture naturally.
I was listening to this song, Double Up.
Come from nurturing, but there's a lack of that. The world said we were wrong, but the set embraced you for who you were, and that's the allure of gangbanging. For him, being part of the set meant brotherhood and protection, but it also meant constant police attention. The LAPD was cracking down hard on gangs in the early 2000s, and growing up in Crenshaw meant seeing the struggle up close, poverty, violence, and limited opportunities.
You know, the era I grew up in, you know, you kind of had to put your unique ambition to the back. There's a culture around here that was very aggressive, it was real stingy, just the gang culture.
Sandman's story wasn't much different. Growing up in the heart of rolling 60s territory, he was already getting involved by the late 90s, and sometimes gang life could turn deadly over the smallest misunderstandings. One day, Sandman almost got his friend Drew down killed over something as simple as the wrong car in the wrong place. Drew had parked his red car near Sandman's house, not knowing that just the night before, a rolling 60s member had been shot. A memorial was happening right on the corner and tensions were high. Sandman, riding his bike through the neighborhood, spotted Drew's car and got suspicious. He pulled a U-turn, rolled up and said, "What up, cuz?" Drew, unaware of the situation, casually threw up the 5. That was enough. Sandman immediately sped off to the liquor store to warn the homies. Minutes later, 2 cars full of rolling 60s members surrounded Drew.
Oh, wow.
2 guys aimed choppers at him while others yanked at his car door. Drew was trapped, no keys, no escape, staring down a Tech 9. He had to plead for his life. After some back and forth, they let him go, but they kept his car keys. He ran to a nearby building where a homegirl helped him lay low.
Right.
Then in 1997,
Right, Money Low.
everything changed for Sandman. His older brother, the one he looked up to the most, was killed in gang violence. Losing him shook Sandman to his core. That was the moment everything shifted.
10th Avenue, a place I call home. That's the same block where they killed that Tom.
Nipsey's music was a reflection of his world, shouting out OGs, his neighborhood, and the raw reality of life in South Central. I wasn't always banging, but I speak about it openly. He rapped in 2013. No shame in my game. I did my thing on the coldest streets. His smooth, laid-back West Coast flow had the coolness of Snoop Dogg, but the hunger and vision of 2 launched his own label, All Money In, and made a bold move in 2013, dropping Crenshaw and selling 1,000 physical copies for $100 each. People thought he was crazy, but he sold out in less than 24 hours, making $100,000 in a single day.
Damn, that was a smart move.
Songwriter James Fauntleroy, who worked closely with Nipsey, once said, "Every now and then you find somebody who's so out of character, in a good way, that they become one of the most interesting people in life's story." Producer Lawrence Dobson put it even simpler. There are weather reporters and there are weather changers. Nipsey was a weather changer.
Wow, I want to get back to Sandman.
At 20, he got arrested again, and after getting out, he tried to turn things around. But then came August 2nd, 2008, the day that almost ended everything. After leaving the studio to drop a friend off, Sandman realized he was being followed. Gang members walked up, exchanged a few words, and then opened fire. Bullets tore through his windshield, hitting him 9 times. His colon, liver, both lungs, diaphragm, shoulders, and neck. He barely survived.
Damn.
8 surgeries and spent 26 days in a coma. But somehow, he pulled through.
Wow.
His therapy, his way to process it all.
I hopped out from my coma, I took a couple shots. Sandman the ghost, the man with a time.
At the time, gang tensions in Crenshaw were at an all-time high, but Sandman stayed locked in. He was in the studio day and night, dropping tracks, filming videos every week. His grind never stopped.
Unique music, I do it. I ain't got to lie about nothing.
In the streets, being labeled a snitch wasn't just an insult, it was a death sentence. Friends could turn to enemies.
Not no more.
That target was on your
These
back,
niggas
really
is
went away.
pitiful.
Even with all the tension in the air, something big was about to happen. Rock Nation and LAPD Commissioner Steve Soboroff had set up a meeting with Nipsey for the afternoon of Monday, April 1st, 2019, to start a real conversation about gang violence, to build a bridge between the community and the police, to come up with solutions that could actually make a difference. That meeting never happened. On Sunday, March 31st, 2019, just one day before, Nipsey Hussle was standing outside the Marathon clothing store when someone walked up and started shooting.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that part. Let me go past. I want to get back to Sandman. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that no
But then
more.
Holder saw Nipsey.
I don't want to talk about Holder.
2 months after his death, Oliver was arrested, found guilty of first-degree murder, and sentenced to 50 years to life. But Sandman's family, they never fully believed the official story. Court records showed Sandman had nothing to do with the McDonald's fight. He wasn't even there when Oliver got jumped. But on the streets, people talked, people whispered. Some said the Rolling 60s had something to do with it, that maybe there was more to the story, and maybe there always is. When the news broke that Nipsey was gone, the whole city felt it, like a gut punch that knocked the air out of LA. This wasn't just another tragedy, this was different. Nipsey wasn't just a rapper, he was a leader, a visionary, someone who wasn't just talking about change. He was out there making it happen. He built businesses, created jobs, put money back into the community, and showed people that they could own, not just rent. And the most heartbreaking part, he was supposed to be in a meeting with LAPD officials and Rock Nation the very next day, April 1st, 2019.
Yeah, I'm sure he is, but he ain't never gonna see the brighter day. But let me ask you this. Damn, I was just wanting to ask you, is Cowboy still a 62? After all this shit? Damn, that was a good video. That was a good video with Sandman. I got another one with Sandman. Damn, you know what? I wonder, can I find his music? Sandman music. I'm gonna listen to it if I can find it. Now they saying Big U had something to do with Sandman unaliving. Oh, this is
Sandman the Goose coming at you. Got next. No, you got now. Watch it. Here he comes.
Big U supposedly killing his own artist, or people he was managing, is starting to become less of a rumor and more of a no-brainer to a lot of people. One of the reasons he's reportedly locked up right now is because he allegedly killed his own artist, Rayshawn Williams, just for dissing him. And now Nipsey Hussle's name is being dragged deeper into the mix too.
They do say that part of the investigation involves the murder of another young rapper back in Las Vegas. That the murder was over, are you ready for this? A diss. That he had written something in a song supposedly talking bad about Big U, and that is why he ended up getting murdered.
But now, another name is starting to come up. Sandman Negus. Word is Big U and his Rollin' 60s crew might have had something to do with his death too. Before Nipsey got his full backing from Big U and the Unique Music Entertainment label, Sandman was actually the first artist Big U was developing.
Sandman the Goose, coming at you. Got next. No, you got now. Watch it. Here he comes.
He had real talent and was starting to gain...
Man, Money Loke, you see Loose Cannon, he's snitching on Big U now. Them 32 years made him start talking. He done turned federal witness. He's still gonna get some time. He might not get 32 years. He trying to get back to Sharice, who left his dumb ass. That was dumb. He wasn't even a 60.
Buzz for his music. But just as things were picking up for him, it all came to a sudden and tragic end. Let's get into it. Sadr Fasehaya, better known as Sandman Negus, was born on January 12th, 1986, in Bulgaria. Even though Sandman was Eritrean, the war between Ethiopia and Eritrea forced his family to bounce around different countries in Africa, which is how he ended up being born in Bulgaria. Because of the war and government corruption, his family wasn't able to get a birth certificate for him, and not long after he was born, they had to flee again, this time to Sudan. In 1993, when Sandman was about 7 years old, the Fazahaye family moved to the US looking for a better future and eventually settled in Los Angeles. That's where Sandman started second grade at Hyde Park Elementary and began his life in the heart of the Rollin' 60s territory, on 10th Avenue in Hyde Park, to be exact. By the late 90s, young Sandman was already making a name for himself in the neighborhood, contributing to the 60s.
Did we
clique
just
that
watch
controlled
the
his
same
block.
thing?
One day, he was riding his bike
Oh,
around
this
the
is
area,
Hood
keeping
War
watch after a
Chronicles.
60s member had been killed the night before. There was a vigil going on at the corner when he spotted a random guy parked in a red car a few houses down from where he lived. Sandman
Yeah,
pulled
we
up and asked,
we
"What
just
up,
watched
cuz?"
this. That's the only video on
Some four-tray gangster
Sandman.
Crips and 40s at the
Oh,
McDonald's
wait.
on
I want to go
Bush's
back.
mixtapes. He started building a real buzz in South LA's underground scene. But sadly, that momentum was cut short. On September 27th, 2012, just 4 years after the first shooting, Sandman was killed at the age of 26 on the 4,300 block of Crenshaw Boulevard, not far from Big U's studio. After his death, a lot of speculation started flying around about who was behind the shooting. Multiple gangs were mentioned, including the Rollin' 60s. People felt like the whole situation around his death was fishy. According to court records, earlier that day there was a clash between some four-tray gangster Crips and 40s at the McDonald's on Crenshaw. One of the four-tray members involved was a dude named Oliver. After getting punched in the face, Oliver and his crew headed back to their hood to regroup. About an hour later, they came back near the same McDonald's and drove into an alley, where Oliver allegedly fired a shot over the roof of their car. That shot ended up fatally hitting Sandman. 6 days after the shooting, Oliver sent a text that raised even more eyebrows. He wrote, "Nah, Shanika just called me talking about I got to leave LA. Everybody knows she said she want to meet with me and talk. But I'ma just tell her about the fight, not the shooting." Then, just a week after that message, he changed his phone number. 2 months later, Oliver Goodrich was arrested and eventually found guilty of first-degree murder. He got sentenced to 50 years to life.
Damn, he's
Sandman's
still
family
locked
wasn't
up.
satisfied with the outcome. According to court records, Sandman wasn't even involved in the McDonald's fight, and he wasn't there when Oliver got punched. That's what really made people start talking. On the streets, the word was that Big U and the Rollin' 60s might have had a hand in Sandman's murder. A lot of people even started comparing Sandman's story to Nipsey's. Sadly, Sandman never got to fully live out the dream he was chasing. But what's even more chilling is that Sandman isn't the only artist people believe Big U in the 60s allegedly took out. The most recent name tied to that same pattern is Rayshawn Williams.
We ain't going no further. I just wanted to get more of Sandman. What I did just ask you something, Money Low. What did I ask you? Did you hear about Loose Cannon turning state witness against Big U? That's the big thing. There's been plenty of videos on that. And I I think that's it. I'm tired. I'm about to do one quick video. Like, share, subscribe, hit that like button. I'm gonna see if I can find some of Sandman music to see if I like it or not. Since I happen to find that video, let me go ahead and delete that. Alright. It'll be a part 2 and 3 and 4 when I feel like when Nipsey comes. Yep. But I just happen to be listening to his music today. Just think where he would be right now if he was still alive. Gone too soon. Alright, like, share, subscribe. I'm about to do something real. Damn. I'm about to do something real quick. Yeah, I'm about to do something real quick. Let me see.